Hi, I'm Alister Chapman, and this is KITPLUS TV. And with me right now, I have Chris Gaughan from Anton Bauer. Now, Anton Bauer, you must have heard that name somewhere before because they are one of the longest time players in the battery industry, in our industry. And one of the things that I'm a big believer in with batteries, because they contain one hell of a lot of energy, is safety. So when you're looking for a battery, I think safety is paramount, and going with a reputable brand ensures that your battery is going to be safe and not give you any problems. But at the same time, I know, Chris, that there's a move now. We'll talk about cinema cameras in a bit, but with smaller and lighter cameras as well for smaller battery packs and things like that. So is this something that you're now moving into? Is this a new thing for Anton Bauer?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hi, Alistair. Absolutely. The entire industry's gone, and it's really driven by the camera industry into smaller packages, less power consumption, lighter, more handheld applications, and even mirrorless and DSLRs that now have extraordinary capability. So when you used to see, what would be thought of as a snapshot photography camera, are now kind of mini cine cameras in some regards and used for a lot of production. So batteries naturally had to go in that direction. And with more production cells being, increasingly higher energy density, that's allowed us to bring to market some really small and compact batteries. One of the things we're launching currently, I got a couple of on my desk here. So this is, I think you can see that there. That's our new Micro 90 battery. So not much bigger than what, two decks of cards maybe, and fits
It's
really nice and complements.
It's really amazing what we can do now with these small batteries. I mean, they're not much bigger than a cigarette packet used to be, and yet the energy that's in them is amazing, and the things they can power now. So, I mean, I'm used to. I mean, I've been working this business for ages, and I remember batteries being just these vast, great big things that you dreaded having to carry around with you. But now we're getting similar energy levels in these lovely small packages.
Yeah, absolutely. How Anton Bauer kind of started the whole concept of mobile power with battery belts, so you could carry as many of these heavy things on you as possible. But now, really lightweight and compact, and goes with kind of your operation. Another piece we launched is our SL series, kind of our slimmer batteries. So this, you can see it there, is an SL90. So if you look how thin that battery is, that's a 90
Yeah.
watt hour battery, or 94 specifically. And in addition to the many cameras that you might attach that to, if you're thinking things of, this is a small HD director's monitor, right? So if you
Yep.
can think of, see how lovely those two products just match up and meet. So that sits in the palm of your hand, and you can run that HD monitor all day long from small HD. So that's a really nice setup.
That's a really that is
And what
that's
else we
very,
got?
very neat.
Yeah. And then several other things. We've recently gone from, Anton Bauer's always been a very large player in the high end cinema, ENG, and television production space. A lot of that based on our quality and our performance. But now, as the market's opened up and become, there's a space of new filmmakers, handheld cameras, and just a whole swath of new opportunity for us. We brought out a bunch of these products to service that space. So you don't have to be a cine filmmaker to have an Anton Bauer product. So we've come out
Yeah,
with.
I saw your base product as one of your products that I was looking at recently, that goes on the bottom of virtually any camera. So that's going to be great for the users of the hybrid cameras and DSLR shooters that need more power than you would get with the internal battery and things like that. But what's clever is the way it just attaches to the bottom of the camera, and then the whole thing goes on your tripod. It makes it a really, again, a neat, versatile
Yeah, absolutely. And this is my Nikon D7000, and you can see that small bit on the bottom there. that is the Anton Bauer battery. And it has a quick disconnect. So it comes right off the camera. Quarter 20s in the bottom, so you put whatever tripod mount you want on it. This is actually based on a product that we developed and had in market many, many years ago before the cameras were as evolved as they are. So we decided to bring it back and have the Titon Base. It's got 3 P-tap outputs and a USB, so you can power all the accessories you possibly need. When I plug that in on my Nikon, it shows 18 hours of runtime while I'm not taking pictures.
But that's great for
So
people doing time lapse and all of those sorts of guys that need those long run times. Shooting through the night, shooting star trails and things like that. So that's a really useful piece of kit.
yeah, oh, absolutely. And I'm, I'm happy to say that I have one of the early samples and I've been using it like crazy. So I'm enjoying it a bunch. And similarly, we've done some other bits for pretty much everybody in the market. Even came out with what we call a Go 90 battery, a really simple, pure power solution. It's 90 watt hour battery, LEDs on the side. Doesn't have what you see in most Anton Bauer batteries, which is that runtime display, hours and minutes. Um, for folks that I just need some power, right? I want to get in and out, and I'm not ready really to make that full investment, but just I need an Anton Bauer battery. Now you can have one. So serving all parts of the market with those solutions.
Yeah, I mean, normally you are a premium product, a premium brand, and people do expect to pay a little bit extra for that. But the Go 90s, the pricing on that's really competitive. So what you're offering that premium product, but at a price that matches a lot of cheaper lines made in other countries, shall we say?
And yeah, and I think it's difficult for folks, where they are on their journey or what they do for a living. Um, you want to have a good, reliable, safe product and be represented by a brand that represents you as a professional as well. So I think with the offering we've made available for all ends of the market, professionals and content providers can do that at all areas of the spectrum. Yeah.
Well, what about cinematographers, though? Are they going to be left out here? Because the market's kind of splitting two ways. We've got smaller, lighter, lower-powered cameras at one end, but at the other end, there's so many accessories that you need to power now when you're shooting with maybe with a Venice or a Red or whatever, that you need much larger batteries now to power everything and keep everything running on your set.
Yeah, oh, absolutely right. On the high end cinema, it's kind of funny because as we talk about it, people say, what kind of camera you're running, and the real question is, what kind of kit are you running? Because you'll have those, motorized lenses, follow focuses, small HD monitor on. You'll have an eyepiece, and it all, absolutely adds up. And then so it's not only about the capacity of the battery, but the ability of that battery to deliver current to supply all those components. When when you power on your kit, all those components try and draw power at once. That's called an inrush current. So some lesser products, let's say that, can't handle that as well and won't power up your kit. Or when that motor that drives your focus on your lens starts moving at the same time as you've adjusted your eyepiece, that's too much current and your kit would shut down and you would lose the shot. So these are the things you avoid with an Anton Bauer battery, and why we're so prominent in the cine space.
Yeah, and also, of course, more and more lights now are being powered by batteries. We have more efficient lights now with LED lighting. So a lot more people now are running lights off batteries, and that's another high current, high power situation where you really do need to have the right type of battery, where you can't just put any old battery on that light. It's got to have the current capability.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. In our light panels business, our Gemini 1x1 and our Gemini 2x1, as well as some other lights that you may have heard of. Um, as I got into the business, I was like, wow, what a great solution, powering lights, getting cables off the floor, making them infinitely mobile and setupable. And as I've talked to people, they're like, yeah, absolutely, we do that. Do you have a solution for a Gemini 2x1? And we absolutely do. So matching that power hungry light and being able to power it for an appropriate amount of time. A lot of our brackets have hot swap capabilities, so you need not shut off anything. I'm a huge fan of when you're on set, nothing should ever be switched off. The way to get yelled at is to switch something off at the wrong time. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I completely understand that. So as well as your lights and your batteries, you're moving into other accessories as well now, I believe.
Yeah, as part of, we've kind of been relaunching the brand a bit. In that Anton Bauer started out as a gold mount company, but and the mounting type of the battery. But we've had V mount batteries in our portfolio for years now. Um, but just recently, really decided to fully blow out our portfolio in terms of accessories. So for everything that there's a gold mount, there's a V mount counterpart. For every camera, there's a V mount bracket, a gold mount bracket, and then as we pointed out for the Titon Base, there's all these little replacement batteries. So a little dummy battery that goes inside, this Nikon, for example, and plugs into a battery with a P-tap. So 100, I think we launched 20 kits and 40 accessories as this last go round. So yeah, it's been a busy week.
So it's a total power solution, really, no matter whether you're shooting on a DSLR or whether you're shooting on a digital cinema camera and powering your follow focus and rangefinders and everything. And you cover all bases now. That's really good. So a lot of stuff there. Where can people find out more about all of this stuff?
Well, of course, you can come to my website, www.antonbauer.com, and any of your local distributors, wherever you buy kit, I'm sure that they're an Anton Bauer provider. If they're not, tell them they should be.
Yeah, and of course, you can find out information about all of these products that we've covered in this video, and information about other products in other interviews that I've been doing over the last few weeks on KITPLUS TV and KITPLUS.com. So thanks, Chris. That's really fascinating, a really interesting range of products. I would encourage people to have a look at Anton Bauer's products. They are a quality product. And that really is it for me in this little show.